These yogurts could be poison to your body. Which ones should you eat? If you are over 60 and eating the wrong yogurts, you are silently feeding inflammation in your body, damaging your gut health, and accelerating aging, and you probably have no idea it is happening. The yogurt aisle looks healthy, but most of those colorful containers are loaded with hidden sugars, artificial additives, and gut-destroying ingredients that rob you of energy and bone strength. But do not worry. I am going to show you exactly which 4 yogurts you must stop eating immediately and which 4 yogurts you should eat daily to heal your gut, strengthen your bones, and boost your energy naturally. No gimmicks, no confusion, just the truth about what actually works for your body after 60. The yogurt industry has fooled millions of people into thinking they are eating something healthy, when in reality, most store-bought yogurt is closer to candy than to real food. And here is the scary part. The yogurts marketed specifically to seniors with claims about bone health and digestion are often the worst offenders. They strip out the natural fat your body needs, replace it with sugar and chemicals, and destroy the live cultures that make yogurt beneficial in the first place. So if you have been eating yogurt thinking you are doing something good for your health, you need to hear this. Your gut bacteria, your bones, your energy levels, they all depend on getting this right. Before we get into which yogurts to avoid and which ones to embrace, I want to ask you, which city and which country are you watching this video from? Drop it in the comments below, because I love seeing where our community is tuning in from around the world. Now let me break down the 4 worst yogurts that you need to stop buying immediately. These are the yogurts that are secretly damaging your health, even though they sit on the shelf with health claims plastered all over them. The first worst yogurt is frozen yogurt. Yes, that frozen yogurt everyone thinks is a healthier dessert option. Here is the truth. Frozen yogurt is not health food. It is dessert disguised as health food. The freezing process and the pasteurization that happens before, it completely destroys most of the live probiotic cultures that make yogurt beneficial for your gut. And here is the kicker. 1 serving of frozen yogurt can contain up to 35 grams of sugar. That is more sugar than a can of soda. On top of that, frozen yogurt is loaded with emulsifiers and stabilizers to keep that smooth, creamy texture. These chemicals can damage the delicate lining of your intestines, causing inflammation and making it harder for your body to absorb nutrients. So if you thought frozen yogurt was a guilt-free treat, think again. It is doing more harm than good, especially for your gut and your blood sugar levels. The second worst yogurt is artificially sweetened protein yogurt. These are those trendy high-protein yogurts that come in flashy packaging and promise you tons of protein with 0 sugar. Sounds amazing, right? Wrong. These yogurts are ultra-processed, and that is a problem. They are made in factories, stripped of their natural goodness, and pumped full of artificial sweeteners like sucralose, aspartame, and acesulfame potassium. Here is what those artificial sweeteners do to your body. They destroy your good gut bacteria, causing something called dysbiosis, which is an imbalance in your gut microbiome. When your gut bacteria are out of balance, it leads to bloating, digestive issues, weakened immunity, and even mood problems. Plus, these yogurts do not contain the live cultures that traditional yogurt has because the processing kills them off. So you are getting protein, sure, but you are also getting chemicals that wreck your gut health in the process. The third worst yogurt is flavored Greek yogurt. Now, Greek yogurt itself can be amazing, but the flavored versions are a disaster. Most flavored Greek yogurts contain thickeners like carrageenan. Carrageenan is a seaweed-derived additive that is used to improve texture, but research shows it can cause intestinal inflammation and contribute to leaky gut, which is when the lining of your intestines becomes damaged and allows toxins to leak into your bloodstream. This triggers inflammation throughout your entire body. And then there are the natural flavors. Do not be fooled by that word natural. Natural flavors are often synthetic chemicals mixed with preservatives to mimic real fruit flavors. They add nothing nutritious to your yogurt, and they can actually disrupt your taste buds, making you crave more sweet, processed foods. If you want Greek yogurt, stick to the plain, unflavored kind. And the fourth worst yogurt, this one shocks people, is low-fat fruit yogurt. This is probably the most popular yogurt in grocery stores, and it is also one of the most misleading. Here is what happens. They remove the fat to make it low-fat, which sounds healthy, but then they have a problem. Without fat, yogurt tastes bland and watery. So what do? They load it with sugar, high-fructose corn syrup, or artificial sweeteners to make it taste good again. One serving of low-fat fruit yogurt can have up to 20 grams of added sugar. That is like eating 5 teaspoons of sugar in one sitting. This spikes your blood sugar and your insulin levels, which over time increases your risk of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and inflammation. And here is something most people do not know. The natural fat in yogurt actually helps your body absorb important nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, which are critical for bone health as you age. When you remove the fat, you lose those benefits. So, low-fat yogurt is not doing you any favors. It is actually setting you up for blood sugar problems and nutrient deficiencies. Now that you know which yogurts to avoid, let me share the 4 best yogurts you should be eating daily to heal your gut, strengthen your bones, and boost your energy. The first best yogurt is homemade yogurt. This is the king of longevity. When you make yogurt at home, you are creating a living food that can contain up to 100 times more live probiotic colonies than store-bought brands. That is because you control the fermentation process, and the longer you ferment, the more probiotics you create. Homemade yogurt does not contain any stabilizers, thickeners, or artificial sweeteners. It is pure, it is alive, and it is packed with beneficial bacteria that colonize your gut and support digestion, immunity, and even mental clarity. Making yogurt at home is easier than you think. All you need is milk and a starter culture, and you can find simple instructions online. If you eat homemade yogurt a few times a week, you will notice improvements in your digestion, your energy, and even your skin within weeks. The second best yogurt is kefir yogurt. Kefir is like the repair team for your gut. While regular yogurt might have 2 or 3 strains of probiotics, kefir can have up to 30 different strains. This is huge because the diversity of bacteria in your gut declines as you age, and kefir helps restore that diversity. Kefir also contains beneficial yeasts that work alongside the bacteria to balance your microbiome. When you drink kefir regularly, it colonizes your intestines with good bacteria, which helps with digestion, reduces bloating, supports your immune system, and even helps with nutrient absorption. If you have been dealing with digestive issues or low energy, kefir could be the missing piece. Drink a small glass of plain, unsweetened kefir daily, and you will feel the difference in your gut health within a few weeks. The third best yogurt is plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. Notice I said plain and full-fat. This is the version you want. Plain, full-fat Greek yogurt is rich in protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass as you age. It also contains live cultures like Lactobacillus bulgaricus, which support gut health and digestion. The fat in Greek yogurt is not your enemy. In fact, it contains something called CLA, or conjugated linoleic acid, which has been shown to support bone density and help with fat metabolism. Greek yogurt also keeps you full longer because of the protein and fat, so it helps stabilize your blood sugar and reduces cravings. Add some fresh berries, a handful of walnuts, or a drizzle of raw honey, and you have a nutrient-dense meal or snack that supports your health at every level. And the fourth best yogurt is goat milk yogurt. Goat milk yogurt is easier to digest than cow milk yogurt because the fat globules in goat milk are smaller, which means your body can break them down more efficiently. This is especially helpful if you have trouble digesting dairy or if you experience bloating after eating regular yogurt. Goat milk yogurt also improves calcium absorption compared to cow milk, and that is critical for preventing bone loss as you age. It is rich in probiotics, minerals, and healthy fats that support your gut, your bones, and your overall vitality. If you have never tried goat milk yogurt, give it a shot. It has a slightly tangy flavor, but once you get used to it, you will love how it makes you feel. So let me give you a quick action plan. Stop buying low-fat yogurt, flavored yogurt, artificial protein yogurt, and frozen yogurt. Instead, start eating plain full-fat Greek yogurt, goat milk yogurt, kefir, or homemade yogurt. Make these swaps, and within a month, you will notice better digestion, more energy, and stronger overall health. Your gut will thank you, your bones will thank you, and your body will feel younger and more vibrant. If you found this helpful, I would love it if you could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss future videos on living your healthiest life after 60. And if you have questions about yogurt or any other health topic, drop them in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.